Ash, you have chased down and now have in your possession this massive helmet that Pudgy once wore. Looks like it has a few dents in it. It's dirty. It's got pig slobber all over it.
Some potato salad.
Oh yeah, definitely. Potato salad.
Yes. Yeah, I'm like calling it over. Like, just trumping over. Got it.
And you guys, the handler for Clancy has kind of disappeared off into the crowd. But yeah, Sawyer definitely heard that someone is walking around like calling Clancy. They're calling for Clancy, but they don't want to seem like too desperate right now. It's almost like they're trying to hide the fact that they may have lost this ostrich while searching for it. So it's one of those balancing acts of how obvious do I want to be that there is a ostrich on the loose.
Well, it's not a velociraptor.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we got that going for us. Yeah, so I'll kind of like be holding the helmet, hearing this, looking at the others. Should we go help? Should we get out of this? Like pointing to the outfit. You know, maybe look
yeah.
like
Yeah, I
people
think
and
we
go
should.
help. Because we interacted with Clancy initially as ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clancy might not know us if we're, looking like this.
I'd be okay.
Let's get out in the public first.
Is there a way for me to grab the helmet from Ash, teleport to the command center, to bring the helmet to the command center, and then come back so we don't lose the helmet? Or do you want to keep?
Farmer Sorich is like looking at you guys, and he's just like in amazement this whole time, and he's like, well, I can put it in the back of my truck if you want me to, and keep it safe for you. It's not much of a problem. It's right over there. And he points to this like old blue pickup truck that has like the wooden like frames on the side of it, so like he can like pile up things higher so they don't like fall out of the side. It's got like rust marks on it and some holes in like the fenders. I know she doesn't.
Savage.
I know she doesn't look good, but she runs great.
I mean, I think that's a good idea. But you need to do us one favor also. No more mega feed.
Do you really think that mega feed might have had something to do with this?
It's better safe than sorry, so Cupcake stays Cupcake and not
gosh.
Wild Boar.
Now that I think about it, I better call Emmy and make sure, because she's got a bag of that. And he pulls out. He's got this pocket in the front of his kind of like overalls, and he pulls out this little like old school cell phone, and he flips it out, and he's like, geek, 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 geek. Oh shucks. Geek, 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 geek.
All right, someone take the helmet to the truck.
And he seems to finally get the number in correctly and presses the green send button. I'm getting it, lollipops. Chill out. Gosh. Then all of a sudden, those of you that are still standing around, I think you took the helmet to the truck. So the rest of you that are sitting around can hear, like all of a sudden he like pulls the phone away from his head, and you can hear like what sounds like screams coming from on the cell phone. It sounds like just yelling and hollering. It sounds like multiple people. It doesn't just sound like one person on the other line. And he's like, oh gosh. And he goes to like almost drop the phone, and he accidentally like slams it shut, hanging it up.
All right, time to split.
Yeah. So I'll look at the farmer. Do you know where she is?
Oh yeah, she's at the university. It'll take us a little while to get there, but if you want to pile into the truck, I can take you there right away.
Hold on, what about Clancy? What we gotta do with Clancy?
Farmer goes, who's Clancy?
One sounds a little
Like
more urgent than the other.
Yeah. I think we should all go to the university.
We can come back to Clancy eventually.
And we can teleport there, right? That's we have that ability, we could go behind a shed and like help or get Alpha to send us there.
Well, if you guys
Well, Alpha's
remember,
not here.
remember that
Don't-
Zordon and Alpha are currently
They're not here.
not available, so teleporting would not be an option currently.
So we have to take the
Which
truck.
truck it is. Remember, Ash is she was a farmer growing up,
Mhm.
so to her this is just like sweet.
Just
Right.
I can see it. It's like we're all in this old rickety truck in the back, driving through town, and everybody's like, "What the front?"
is that the Power Rangers?
Well, it does have the big wall on the side.
it
Maybe not
Parade
too many
Day?
people will see.
Once wearing the
Smile and
helmet.
wave.
So Farmer
Like-
Sorich, he kind of gestures for all of you. Come on, we gotta go quick. My poor Emmy, I don't know if she's in some trouble or something. That sounded like a lot of screams.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And he kind of brings you up and he's like, oh, wait, almost forgot. And then he starts dragging Cupcake from like a leash.
No.
And he sets lollipops down in the back with a couple of you guys and like gestures to a couple of you. Looks down at Cupcake. Do you mind? He looks up at the tailgate of the truck. Cupcake would never be able to jump up there.
Guys, I'm not strong enough to help you. Some with some brawn.
Yeah.
We need to go do that.
Yeah, we have a specialist for this.
All right, so you guys kind of gather all around. There's no role required here, but you guys help Farmer. You can tell the farmer is really like exaggerating this a little bit and letting you guys do most of the work as you guys pull up Cupcake and set him in the back of the truck with you all. Cupcake immediately goes in like the middle of the bed of the truck, just plumps down on the side and just goes.
Like, that's my spot.
There's a few hay bales like on the side that you guys can sit on for comfort, but he gets all of you in there, grabs lollipops, takes lollipops into the front of the truck, and puts the tailgate up and steps into the truck rather quickly. You can see he's got his cell phone back out, and it looks like he's starting to like try to type in the phone number again to see if he can make contact. But immediately the truck fires up, a couple backfires. This smoke, just kind of this terrible smelling, exhaust comes out of the truck, and the truck just starts to like pull off down this side dirt path that they use to kind of come up to bring their animals on the side of the fairgrounds here. You guys drive past, and you can hear someone in the distance, Clancy, I have treats. I've got treats, Clancy.
They better find Clancy while we're gone.
You know they're not going to.
There
And-
goes
Oh my
Clancy.
gosh. You guys can't see it, but Ash is smiling like ear to ear under her helmet. Like, this is where she comes from. Old
Yeah.
trucks and bad exhaust.
And there are some like ventilation in your helmets where you guys do get to enjoy the cool breeze of sitting in the back of an open truck as you guys pull onto like a city interstate, and you're like cruising down. There's like, the exhaust is pouring out of this truck the whole entire time. And there's pieces of the hay bale that are kind of just like breaking off and like flying back behind you guys as the truck is making its way down the road. Cars are just driving right past you. They're probably driving the speed limit, and you guys are going much slower than the speed limit, but it seems like that's probably as fast as this truck can go. It doesn't look like he's having much success with his phone because he keeps on punching in the wrong numbers and having to backspace and delete the numbers and then trying again. He doesn't look like he's very good with a phone, even though this old technology. And you see cars start slowing down as they see Power Rangers in the back of the truck. And one person has like a nice smartphone and looks like they're taking video of you guys like in the side. Hey, look, it's the Power Rangers in the back of that truck. You guys just kind of wave and they drive by.
We should have demorph before we got.
Can
Charge
we
them
chat while
10
we're on
bucks.
the road?
Of course.
farmer?
Yeah.
If we demorphed, the farmer would know who we were.
That's true.
To be
Um,
fair, I don't think he'd remember in 5 minutes.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
So Guys, that carnival is super weird. Like, we've only been rangers a month, and they had extreme accurate stuffed animals of us. Like, how could that be possible?
Well, we have my boy over here with the camera all the time, live streaming.
Listen, so we have to get ourselves out there, okay?
Yeah, but still, think about all that time it would take. There's something weird to me about it. I mean, it's a carnival. We already know that there's shady stuff going on with the games. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too much into this because I think too much, but I don't. Something feels not legit.
Well, let's keep it in the back of our minds, right? Right now, we gotta save the farmer's daughter. This is like a country song.
Riding in the back of the truck with the pig. With
On
the
our way
frog-
to save the farmer's daughter.
yeah, frog in
Hoping the
front.
frog didn't eat any mega
Yep.
feed.
I mean, that's even the weirdest. How big is that frog? Or is
Yeah,
it a
a little-
toad?
It's more
I
like a
was like-
toad.
It looks toadish, but either way, it hops.
So we're literally
Love
sitting
it.
back in the truck talking Power Rangers, just waiting to make it to the destination.
No, you guys are
Oh.
right. Lucky pet
Yeah.
Toad named Lollipops. My apologies.
I would like to add
Big difference.
that seeing the farmer on his phone while he's driving, Ash would go over and like smack on the top of the cab and
Uh-huh.
like make eye contact. She's like, no, eyes on the road.
Oh, sorry, I'm just so worried about Emmy. I can't seem
If
to
you-
get this thing to work.
If you'd like, you could give one of us the phone, and we could call if you give us the number.
It'd be in the
helmet?
contacts.
Oh,
Just
sure.
even use
With the
contact.
helmet.
Oh, wait, there's a contacts in here?
Only if you
Just-
added her.
Just hit redial for the one that actually went through, right?
Oh, there's a redial. But I'm learning so much today.
Eyes on the road.
I'm gonna take a nap. Wake me up when we get there.
Something tells me the phone is like an old Nokia phone too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely.
So,
Oh, yeah. Probably glitches out half the time.
Charges the battery once a month.
That's it.
Oh, you gotta
Yep.
play the snake game on it.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Was my first phone in the 90s.
We're
Mhm.
old.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in the back of the truck.
So is there anything else you guys want to discuss? It's going to take, with this truck, give or take 15 to 20 minutes to get to the university.
Okay.
So if there's anything else that you guys want to discuss in the back of the truck, by all means, you can. Or
I
we
know
can just
something
skip
we need.
forward and we can get to the university. Your choice.
I mean,
I was
do we want to
kinda-
talk about mega feed? Just try to logically kind of see if we can
Maybe
make the connection.
somebody should Google that.
Oh,
I mean, we
Do
have the
some
pig.
research on the phone.
Hold on, we have the pig right next to us. Can we investigate a pig?
We should
Just like open its mouth.
Yeah.
Just like open its mouth and just
You
reach
just
inside.
volunteered for the schlub.
I mean, he's great.
Yeah, anybody
Yes,
that wants to
let's
make a alertness test to investigate the pig, go right on ahead.
We'll do that.
I will
help-
do that.
difficulty for this is going to be a 10.
Aha!
Oh. Look at that. Nice.
I'm done today.
Oh.
We just started.
Like, for this one, we get 2 critical successes, you know?
2 critical successes,
Oh
that's
my
right.
gosh. Well, I'm glad you guys can carry the team. As
Well-
I am here to make it a little bit more challenging.
I'm not strong enough to carry anything.
Well, clearly you're bright. No, you are intellectually carrying a lot of things. I will hit them for you. You do the thinking.
Yeah, thank you.
So pretty much anybody who rolled the green numbers or even critical successes, there is nothing like physically wrong with this pig. Like something morphed or changed this pig for a period of time that was either some type of mystic or magic or something that is, beyond what you guys would consider like just physical comprehension of what is going on. So
We do have the helmet though.
you do have the helmet.
Can we investigate that?
What are you trying to discover about the helmet?
If it gives powers to the animals to become that evil big pig.
I will say that I'll allow your alertness rolls that you guys have already rolled to kind of cover that too. You don't believe that the helmet has any kind of properties that would have changed this animal. And two, whenever the animal changed, this helmet was nowhere to be found in the first place. It looks like just like a standard Roman kind of metal helmet with dirt and dents and pig slobber all over it. Definitely way oversized.
But it fit him just perfect.
One person is clearly hiding inside of it, like they're just hanging out, keeping the wind off of them.
I imagine
think
like
it
somebody uses it to hide, and then all of a sudden you see these little legs pop up with the helmet, and it goes, then gets back down like a turtle shell.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like those bad sneaking around with like a bush.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That one.
Do you guys think the helmet would fit Bulk's egotistical head?
No.
I think
No,
it might be
you
too
need
small.
More space. Yeah.
Poor guy.
Poor
You should really-
guy.
Somebody should look at that.
Well,
So the feed. Would we?
Yeah.
I think after we handle this, if she has a bag of it at the university, we could probably take a look at it when we're there.
well,
Yeah.
he did say he gave it to his daughter and somebody else.
Yeah. So I mean, at uni, hopefully there'll be some, and then maybe Alpha and Zordon will be available by then, and we can get some help.
I can agree. Well, I have nothing else we can do. We just have to wait now.
And then Clancy.
Glug
Okay.
glug.
Clancy.
We're Knights of Clancy now. We need to
No.
honor it.
Well.
I'm not.
Almost all are Knights of Clancy, and the Knights
I'm
of
not-
Clancy in training.
I'm still not bitter. In training.
I can't believe I.
I'll come around. Don't worry.
Yeah, we passed that, but we can't hit a big pig. Me and Ash.
I'll get over it one day. I have my frog and chicken. I'm fine.
As we're going, Ash is like rubbing her shoulder and stuff from her wax she took. But yeah, other than that, I'm good to fast forward. How about you guys?
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, so we're gonna just kind of zoom ahead as the truck pulls into, like, you guys can see a lot of the university buildings showing up now that he's made a few turns off the interstate and back some back streets and things. You guys make your way into the parking lot of Mallow Hall Dormitory. It is a 5-story student residence. Looks like it houses a bunch of students. And you can see that there's a lot of activity going on for the day. It's a pretty nice day outside. There's students walking, biking, using electric scooters to make their way to and fro wherever they're headed. You see one of the students is currently dragging a bicycle out of the security doors of the building. And you guys pull up kind of at the area, like there's like a drop-off area right there at the front of the building where Farmer Sorich kind of stops his vehicle and steps out. Oh yeah, she's in this. She's in room 514, on the fifth floor.
Fifth floor it is.
All right. Well, here we go.
Would we, since we also go to the university, would we know this place and actually, feel comfortable like navigating?
You are from the university. Does anyone stay on campus? Which of you stay on
stay with-
campus?
We should have someone looking out, just in case something happens outside. I mean, do we need 4-5 people going inside for one room?
I think we should all go, and if someone needs to go with people out to like get them to safety, look at it that way. But I'd rather have all 5 of us there in case it's.
I mean, 5 Power Rangers walking in the hall. We can.
Well,
If we
I-
need to, I got my emergency pack. I got my orange vest. I got my little fold-out sign. If we need to, I can send them all out.
why would we need to leave somebody outside at this moment?
Just to keep an eye out. You know how you have someone always looking out and maybe investigate more. Like if I could
Yes.
jump to the roof and stay in the roof and check the whole area of the university, I'll be able to see if there's anybody else getting
Okay,
attacked by
so-
anything.
Farmer
so what-
Sorich looks at you guys all having this conversation and says, I can keep a good lookout out here. And he's holding Lollipops, his pet toad, in his hand. And
I am 200% behind this. I believe
With-
in the farmer.
with me, Lollipops here, and Cupcake, I mean, no one's going to sneak by us. And you hear from the back of the truck.
Lily is gonna borrow her phone, and put her phone number in the contacts, and then bring it up.
Use that.
Just hit this button and call me if something happens. This button, nothing else, just this button.
Just this one right here.
Yeah, don't touch nothing else, please.
Not this one?
I don't. Nope.
Not this one.
Nope.
This one.
That one, the green one.
Oh, wow, you are so smart. Power Rangers are strong, smart, funny. You guys have it all.
Just keep an eye out, and if something happens, call me.
Oh, man, the missus ain't going to believe I'm friends with the Power Rangers. Oh, yeah, maybe
She
I
better.
should. I'm going to
Hey,
give her.
Power
I'm going to keep a lookout out here for you. I'm going to give the missus a call.
Do we really want to trust him?
Why-
Never
I-
mind.
I trust him entirely. I
Alright.
do.
I trust
Of
him.
course you do.
But I
truly
think-
do.
I think we should get upstairs and let Farmer dial his number.
Yeah. At the very least, if we feel the need, go up to the 5th floor. It's only one more to get access to the roof. Then we can send somebody up that way.
Yeah.
And,
Alright,
you know,
it's up to you
if
guys.
we
I'll
need
follow
to
you
s-
guys.
Yeah, if we need to split from there, we do. But anybody else pictured I am Groot, the Guardian of the Galaxy from the second movie? Groot? I am Groot.
And rocking away like, no, that's not it.
That button. Okay, sorry.
Wait.
Running into the building.
So, those of you so most of you don't stay on campus. So,
Okay.
you guys would know that in order to have access through the security doors of Mallow Hall, your student ID has to be keyed in a way that you stay at that dorm room. So, unless any of you stay in this dorm room, you're not going to have access to open the security key
Yeah, I don't have.
lock.
So we are in our outfits, our power suits. And
You are? Mhm.
What if? Yep. So we could easily go in there and be like, "Hey, we're a surprise for somebody for their birthday. Can you let us in? We need to go up to their room, room 514."
Okay, so you're walking up to a random student that's
Like
kind
the
of
Grandosaurus gonna help.
there's just like
That's the best
there's like
thing
this
about
probably like 18-year-old kid who's like pushing the mountain bike like down the path from just exiting.
going to somebody who clearly
Whoa.
lives there.
It's the Power Rangers. No way.
No,
Oh,
I
did
never
you let
seen
us in?
Yeah?
Awesome. Let's do it.
Oh, okay. And he turns around. He like drops his mountain bike and like turns around. He's got this massive backpack on. Looks like he might have been headed to the library to study for the weekend or something like that, And he rushes up. He gets his student ID out and like slides it into the keypad beside the door. I'm helping the Power Rangers. And he opens the door and he just like holds the door for you guys.
Thank you. You're saving
Thank you.
lives.
Thanks.
And run up. Oh, and run up.
As you
Yeah,
run in,
yeah.
it's like someone's in danger.
Birthday
Oh,
party.
happy birthday!
As they get past earshot, Ash is like, "I can't believe that worked."
Oh, I get it. They're in danger of the surprise of their lives. I get it now. That's good. That's funny.
Yeah, so up to 514, but if we hear or see anything suspicious along the way, keeping an eye and ear out for that.
So yeah, you guys can choose. There is an elevator. There is stairs.
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 Here's yeah.
Quicker.
Stairs.
Don't trust
And
the
you can
elevator. Plus, we can jump, so we should get up there easily.
I mean, we can just jump from the outside into the 5th floor.
But can we jump that high? That's a little excessive.
I mean, they
Hey,
fall
if
out
we
of
can
Zords
jump
all the
inside
time.
the
main floor.
Okay, you make a solid point.
I'm trying to think, can I do that? Remember something about like jumping and then like tripling that?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
Your jump while you're morphed, your jump
Yeah.
is tripled, and you have to make like
Okay.
if you look under the under your journal, there is a tab under the GM screen, I believe, rules. It says there's jumping rules. You have to make like an athletics roll, and then you have to like do some math and then multiply it by 3 at the end, and that's how far you can jump.
Do
Right.
math, so I'm gonna take the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
I can make the stairs.
So, I
So
guess we're all following Ash.
I guess we'll take the stairs then.
So you guys are rushing. You guys are heading up the stairs, 5 floors. As you guys are running up, I need everybody to make. This is called an endurance skill test. So I think endurance is a specialization of brawn. I believe.
So we're rolling brawn.
So you're going to roll brawn if you don't have endurance as a specialization. Let me double check that because I think it's listed in the module as an endurance skill check, but I don't see endurance here. So that would probably fall under brawn as your skill check. You could probably make an argument for acrobatics or athletics as well, if those are better.
Yeah.
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 I would like to be acrobating my way up there.
Basically, it's just your physical conditioning as you're running up several flights of stairs.
But then could we
Lily.
use conditioning?
Yeah, I was thinking doing it.
Well, the problem with conditioning in this game, it gives you health points,
I know. I was just
right? Yeah. See, it doesn't really. It's not really like a skill for being able to roll. It's more for just gaining more health.
So Lily gets an edge on non-combat brawl things if it's related to her lifeguard thing. I'm thinking running is probably related to
Yes,
lifeguards.
Of course. Yeah. So you're gonna roll with
So,
edge.
I'm gonna roll with
Anybody?
edge.
Anyone else have anything that would
Cool.
affect your roll?
Do I get edge too because my specialty is parkour, so it involves everything.
I would agree. Yes. So you're not only just running up the steps, you're running up the walls at times whenever it like bends around the corners. You're like up on the walls, like bouncing off the walls. Awesome.
What's the difficulty?
Yeah, what's the difficulty?
Difficulty for this check is a 10.
I guess me and
Closest
Ash
thing
will
I
do
have-
acrobatics.
Yeah, closest thing I have is just a martial arts.
You can use brawn, you could use athletics, you could use acrobatics. I'll allow any of those. If like I don't think anybody has specialized with an endurance skill, so we're just gonna call it that.
You said it's a 10, right?
10. Mm-hmm.
17.
Oh, nice.
rolled beautifully for that one.
Right. Me and you.
But she's, I mean, oh,
I should have taken the elevator.
Oh,
On brand, though.
I love it.
It is on brand.
It is on
You're
brand.
right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So everyone has succeeded except for Justin. Poor Justin, running up the stairs has kind of winded you a little bit, Justin, as you guys approach the top. Sawyer, you're watching him kind of like parkour off of all the corners and the railings of the stairs, doing interesting flips. Ash seems to be having no difficulty whatsoever. Probably with your background in military training and stuff like that, you're used to running up several flights of stairs. Not a problem.
About that.
Goose, with all his training in martial arts and stuff, seems to be fine. Lily making her way with her lifeguard training, not a problem. You guys can hear a little bit of heavy breathing from Justin as you guys approach the doorway to the top of the 5th floor. And so just take note that currently you are at a downshift 1 for everything that you do right at this moment. It's temporary because you're out of breath, but there is a downshift 1 for your skill checks, attack rolls, anything that you try to do. Justin, 1 downshift for you.
That's only Justin of all of us.
Only Justin. Everybody else succeeded, so you don't seem to have the effects of the running up the stairs. So you can see as you who's opening the door first? Who would get up there first, and what's your marching order, so to speak?
Probably our parkour dude. Very
Probably,
clearly.
yes.
Sawyer in the front.
Mhm.
Okay. So Sawyer,
Lily is probably telling Justin, open up your chest. Don't bend over. Open up your chest.
you guys open, or Sawyer would open the door. It's kind of like this just large door that pushes open, and you can see a very long hallway that stretches out before you. You can see that there are several students kind of like cautiously peering out of their rooms as you start to walk out of there. Like, those are Power Rangers? It's about, hey, get your phone. It's Power Rangers. And everybody's like talking about, I wonder what they're doing here. You got these whispers. Then all of a sudden you guys hear this terrible scream coming out of one of the dorm rooms, and the door opens and this girl runs out. She has like long dark hair, a little bit of a darker complexion to her skin. She almost seems like she's like Indian descent as she runs out of this room wearing kind of like a pink striped shirt and some like kind of khaki pants. And she runs out screaming, terrified, and starts running towards the stairwell where you guys are at. And it seems one of the other students in the other room like panics and kind of grabs her. Annika, hey, come in here. And then you guys see this gray figure kind of walk out of the door that she ran out of, and wobbling with this strange motion, going, and then looks down at you guys and looks like this molded clay face, wearing kind of like a clay suit and looking at you guys, just going, moving back and forth.
Okay.
Needs to get clipped.
Yeah.
If we're not clipping this for posterity, someone's doing it wrong. Chad,
Right.
you have a mission. It's probably like, what the?
Yeah, seeing that, I mean, I know Ash would just start running towards it.
Run towards it. Excellent. You got it. So
That's
Ash takes
what
off.
she does.
You guys got enough. Like the hallway is big enough that you guys can kind of run 2 by 2 down the hallway and things like that. So you guys take charge, and also, Ash, go ahead and put a $5 bill in your character sheet. Chat has rewarded you a $5 bill. So it might have been one of those things where you did some laundry and realized you forgot a $5 bill in your pocket, and oh, there it is.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Thank you. It'll go to bacon.
Yeah.
That's it.
If there's a fire alarm close, Lily wants to pull that so she can get people outside of the building.
Absolutely, good idea. Yeah, you grab the fire alarm and you pull it, and all of a sudden that alarm sound just starts ringing out through the whole entire dorm facility. What you guys need to do, there is no map for this, so this is going to be kind of theater of the mind. So what we're going to need to do is, if you go to your Rangers and click on your name and drag your token onto this just general background that I have on Roll20, then you'll be able to click on your token, and then you guys can roll initiative for this combat encounter with these putty patrollers.
Of course. I'm struggling to roll initiative. I'm just gonna go to my character.
Forget, where do we pull our picture from?
Well, if
Yeah,
you
that's
go
what I was-
to if on your it looks like Sawyer got his out there. If you go to your journal and you see where you're listed under Rangers, you have your name for your character. If you just click on your name and hold it and then drag it onto the map, it will put a token onto the map for you.
Oh, there I am.
And then all you have to do is highlight it by just clicking on it. And then when you roll initiative, it'll automatically add you to the turn order that's on the screen there. So you'll have to open your turn order probably if you don't see it there on the left side, there is what looks to be some type of, it's above the little image of the D20. It's a little clock looking thing. If you click that, it'll bring up the turn order for you. Is it not putting you guys on the turn order?
It's like, why is it asking me for a difficulty?
For some reason, for initiative, it asks for a difficulty. Just type in a 0 for initiative. Doesn't matter for that.
I left it at 10. Yeah.
Yeah, I left mine at 10. Either way, it goes through.
Oh, look, I popped up. Very good, I did it right.
Did mine not? I rolled it,
Yeah,
but it
I-
didn't
I
populate.
rolled it too.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say same.
Yeah, you gotta make
Don't
sure
forget
that
to
you click
click
on
on
the
your-
token on that
and then do
on
it.
the background. 'Cause if you don't click on
Oh.
it, it will
Try it
Wait,
again.
click on the token and then roll.
click
Yep.
on the token, then roll your initiative, and it'll put it on there.
Did that work?
I see
And
y'all.
it did.
I don't see Goose, but
Just
Oh,
say I don't
for
see
me, yeah.
Goose.
Let's see Goose. I can add Goose to it.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Let me see where your token is. There it is. I will add a turn for Goose. What did you roll, Goose? A 9?
The second one was a 9. Yeah, the first one was a 9. 11. 10, whatever.
Or you rolled twice? You got it. First one was 11?
Yeah, the first one was 11. Yes.
If either of you rolled less your second time, if you did 2 initiative rolls, I can change it to the first one that you rolled, if you would prefer. Is there anybody that rolled?
I rolled a 13 originally.
Okay, yeah, I'll change it to 13 then.
Please and thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone else?
I wish I had rolled again.
I tried to do it right.
well, you are still out of breath, you know?
Oh no, it
Absolutely.
makes perfect sense that I.
Maybe
Oh,
by
you're
the time you hit 3,
21.
you're not out of breath anymore.
That's true.
Alright, so we're gonna go into some combat here. As this putty patroller is kind of just dangling out into the hallway. As you guys are running down the hall, I'll say you guys are within like 1 movement of this critter out in the hallway. So the first to go is Sawyer Mitchell. As the fire alarm is ringing out in the whole facility. It seems like the kids that are like on the far end of the hall are able to kind of get out of their rooms and start running away. It seems like the ones that are kind of like trapped in the midst of this combat are just hunkering down, like peering out of their doors, not ready to like run out just yet, but waiting for you guys to kind of move in.
Alrighty, let's see here. Well, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use speed, parkour all the way down towards him, like climbing on the walls, and just like striking him like with my fist.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Since my quips are like a free action, can I do it anytime, or do I need to wait for my turn?
I would say you could do it anytime.
All right, so then she's gonna use one of her quips, and I don't even know, what does that thing look like? Does it look like a turkey? Does it look like? I mean, the enemy. I'm trying to find something funny to say, so you know.
All right, here,
Yeah,
let me. I have a handout for you.
Oh yeah, show us.
There you go. That's what it looks like.
Oof,
Mm.
that's like a lizard ninja.
Buddies.
What is the difficulty on the putty?
Difficulty on the putty? Let me double check.
Yeah.
So there's what we got.
They're like-
difficulty
It's probably gonna be like, smush
this
it like
is gonna be
Play-Doh.
A 13.
And now you can upshift your thing when you roll.
Yeah, you were just like
Right.
given a good pep talk, so you can upshift your roll once.
And that was my
Oh, okay.
last one until, you know, where you rest, I guess.
I think so. Yeah.
And because
I'll
I'm doing
double check.
parkour, I'm doing edge and specialization, correct?
Well, the parkouring wouldn't like give you like edge on the attack.
Hmm.
Because the specialization isn't like on your attack, I don't think. I think the parkour is on like your skill.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
you're just making your attack look flashy.
Gotcha.
Oh, look
Nice.
at that.
Yes.
That'll do.
So, go ahead and describe your parkouring and your attack for us. What does it look like?
Alrighty. So, I'm just like just in the hallway, just getting my speed up. I climb on the wall, something like what Spider-Man would do.
Mm.
Roll 5 times, as anyone could do. Get my fist up, and then just smack down towards the putty.
Oh yeah. As you smack the putty, there's just like this almost sounds like a metal like twang sound, like as you hit the putty, and he goes flying backward and slams onto the ground, and then with a flash of yellow light and energy, just zaps out of existence. But you defeat that putty. But you can see off to the side of you, there's another putty like inside the room. Now that you're like in the doorway, you can see there's another putty in there. Looks like he's holding up the couch, like looking under the couch. So that any other things that you can do? I think you have like a free action that you can call a weapon to your hand from the morphin grid if you'd like to.
Yeah, in that case, can I just call my blaster up?
All right, you got it. You call your blaster. It appears out of the grid, bamfing into your hand. Ash.
I think that ends my turn.
Yep, Ash is up next.
Do
Nice
I know
turn.
about this? Do I know about this putty in the room? Can I hear it or see his reaction to?
I would say
his
this
reaction?
probably, since you guys have been Power Rangers for a month, this probably hasn't been your only encounter with putty patrollers. They're pretty much the staple minion team for General Repulsa. So usually there's not just one putty. They come in
So,
handfuls.
All right. Would I have enough? So again, 40 movement. I'd like to go in.
Oh
there
yeah,
and
you could get in the
go along-
room. Yeah.
Yeah, want to go alongside of it, so anybody who else wanted to go at it would still have visibility.
Yeah, you kind of
It
catch it
definitely-
by surprise as it's holding a couch up and it's like looking under the couch. And then it looks up at you as you run into the room.
Perfect. So yeah, I'm gonna go in there and as a person who, whatever weapons, I'm gonna do a leg sweep attack, not with the purpose of like proning it, but like actually hurting it.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, specialization. Difficulty was 13.
13. Hmm.
Ooh.
That, that'll
So,
do.
Sawyer, you get a good view of this. Ash runs in, shocks the putty patroller for just a moment, and does this cool spin underneath and kicks the back of the putty's shins. The putty feet come up off the ground, slams on the ground, and then the couch drops on top of the putty where he's holding the couch up. And immediately upon that impact, you hear pff, and then a flash of yellow energy, and that putty patroller is disappeared out of existence. And at that time, as you're in the room, there are also there's a little like kitchen space off to the side, and there's a putty patroller like with a pot, like standing there, like he was like looking through the cupboards. So he's over there, and you can see the 2 doors on the sides are open, and what seem to be 2 bedrooms. And it looks like there's 2 putty patrollers in each one of the bedrooms. They're like casing the place. They're like looking under the mattresses. They're like pulling out all the drawers of the computer desk and just like dumping crap everywhere. Like they're just searching everywhere inside this complex. So there's 5 more inside from where you can see.
5 more parties.
Mm-hmm.
So I called that information out to the others, so they know that the other rooms have them. I know I just squashed that one, but is there any? That crit doesn't roll it for anything else. It was just flashy.
It was just kind of like a flashy attack. Yeah, they only have 1 hit point, so the crit doesn't really. It just makes it a little bit more
It was
spectacular. Yeah, I wanted to have the couch be a part of the scene, so it helped me do that.
That was a good one, yes. Yeah, and then I will also yell if there. Do I see any students?
Currently, it's happening kind of fast, but you don't see any right off the bat. No.
So they've already started fleeing. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's what. Oh, I would like to make like a little salute to the putty I just squashed, and then.
You got it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Lily Hawkins, you just heard Ash call out that there's more putties inside.
Yeah, she would probably rush in as far as she can go.
You can
Can I
see
make
the
it
one in the
to-
kitchen holding the pot. You can make it to that one. The ones in the rooms
Right.
are still a little bit far away. It'd take you 2 movements to get to them, but
Yeah. So yeah, she would run up to the one in the kitchen, and she'd probably use the free action to summon her blade, like her dagger. And just
it
gonna
looks
try
at
and
your
stab
dagger
him.
as you're coming, and on the other hand, it has a serving spoon. It looks at the serving spoon, looks at your dagger, looks at the serving spoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You're not gonna eat me today.
All right, so you can attack with your blade.
Yay. Difficulty is
13.
13.
Nice.
Success. Go ahead and describe how you,
barely.
go ahead and describe how you take this dual wielding pot and serving spoon kitchen putty patroller down.
So I'm thinking she'll run up and it will like spoon, and she's gonna like swipe the spoon arm out of the way and just straight up in the chest.
As you swipe, the spoon goes flying across the room and ding, 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 into the corner. It watches the spoon fly away as you're like making your impact as well.
There is no spoon.
Spoon is a lie.
The putty patroller goes flying backwards, and he had left the refrigerator door open and slams into the refrigerator, and a bunch of eggs just kind of like pour down and crack over top of his head, and then with a flash of this yellow energy just disappeared, leaving this terrible mess of milk and eggs and all kinds of things on the floor there in the kitchen. That putty patroller is no longer with us. That brings us to Goose Lee.
All right. So how many? Where are they located now? There's 2 in a room.
There's 2 in each bedroom, which would take from where you're at. You wouldn't be able to get. You could get into like range for like a shot, but you wouldn't be able to get like melee range with them. You'd have to take.
Yeah.
You'd have to use the dash action, which would mean you'd have to give up your standard action to like run up to them from your location.
So I'm gonna do like and we still have Sawyer in the front of the door, right? Like he's standing in the front. Like I'm going into the room. Is he still in the door?
Yeah. He's
Into
like
the room?
standing like right beside the doorway. Yeah.
Can I do my free action to pull out my gun, my blaster, my blaster.
Yeah.
Run by Sawyer and have him push me a little more. I have like a little spinning throw kind of thing.
Remember, you can use free actions to also add like 5 feet of extra movement as well in this game. So do you guys, if you guys, here, I'll share with you that. I think it's on the Game Master screen. Let me see. So turn actions. So if you have a speed of, so basically you get, your free actions can take place at any time during your turn and represent a number of split-second and momentary involvements with your surroundings. Short actions such as opening, closing a door, reloading a standard weapon, picking up a 5 feet squares worth of objects, and I believe it also adds so you can do another 5 feet of movement.
Would that be enough for me to get close to it, to do like a martial art kick?
You still wouldn't,
Roundhouse
even with
kick.
that, I don't think. Well, how much speed do you have? What's your speed essence score?
Speed access. Movement, you mean? I'm sorry.
No,
Your
speed, I think it's 6.
Oh, my.
For your
Speed
evasion,
6.
6 speed.
so that
Oh,
would
6,
that
so-
would mean that you got like 3. You got like 3 free actions.
Good to know.
Good to know, yeah.
Yeah, you get
I have
the,
that
the
speed as
higher
well.
the higher your speed is, the more like free actions you can do in your turn. Which I wouldn't call it, like, if I were making this game, I wouldn't call it free actions, because if it has a limit, then why is it called free? I kind of don't get that.
Bonus actions were already taken.
Yeah, well, bonus action's already taken, that's right. You could call it something like minor action, I would, or quick action.
Ooh, there you go.
Those to me
Well,
sound
it's for speed. Quick action.
quick action based off your speed. I don't know. Just a suggestion, Renegade. Love you guys.
I'm not even gonna say that. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to get close enough for me to take a shot then. Like, I'll use one of my free actions to take my blaster out.
Oh yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
can do
take my two actions to get close enough to take at least one shot at one of the parties.
that. Okay, yeah, absolutely. So
Uh,
this is going to be targeting their evasion, which is actually only a 10.
So targeting. It'll be targeting.
Targeting,
Excuse
yep. Go ahead and describe how you take this one down.
So I'm just gonna go into the room, walk right by, run by Sawyer, spin around him, slide in, get my blaster, and as soon as I'm sliding in, I'm just gonna shoot the party in the, I guess, in the head.
All right. He tries to
Yes,
block it
like-
with one of the pillows from the bed, and it just goes right through, and you just see feathers go flying everywhere, and a flash of yellow light as the putty is just expended out of existence from your blast. Other putty in the room is like covered in feathers now and just looks.
And I'm gonna stay right there.
All right. That brings us to the patrollers. So there are 3 left. There are 3 people in the room. So they are going to use their movements to just start running out of these bedrooms, engaging the Power Rangers. 1 in the kitchen, 1 in the living room, well, 2 in the living room, 1 after Ash by the couch, and 1 near the entrance where Goose is. So the one that has the feathers all over him, so it kind of runs, feathers like blowing off of him from the pillow, runs up to Goose and is going to try to attack Goose. So they are specialized with their attacks. Just making unarmed attacks here. Yes, specialized. No skill shift. What is your toughness score?
15.
15. Normal roll. Oh. Oh gosh.
Oh,
That's
that's a fumble.
that's really bad.
Fumble.
So it's headed on. It's trying to get to you. These feathers are kind of like pouring off of him, and it causes the floor to be a little slippery. And before you can even get to you, you see the Putty Patroller just lose its balance and slam onto the ground like right in front of you. So it's just like laying on its face, prone. All these feathers just scattered all over the floor from the broken pillow. The other Putty Patroller approaches Ash and is going to make an attack on Ash. Specialization. And it's 15 your toughness, I believe.
So it could be toughness? Could it
Toughness.
be evasion? Okay, 15 it is.
15.
Yes.
Also a failure. So you're you kind of pull up one of the couch cushions and deflect it with one of the couch cushions from off the side as this Putty Patroller comes after you. And the other one is going to come into the kitchen, slipping on some of the eggs a little bit. So I'm going to give it a -1 to its modification here, skill shift. Is it slipping on some of these eggs coming at you on the floor? What is your toughness score, Lily?
17.
17. Oh boy,
Ooh,
this is not
nice.
gonna be
She
good.
wears medium
Oh.
armor.
Oh.
That's it. Slipping on the eggs, tries to attack, ends up hitting a couple pots and pans that are on the countertop and knocking them over, causing a lot of loud bangs and clashes onto the kitchen floor. And Justin, huffing and puffing a little bit down the hall.
Okay,
You're up.
I guess I'm coming. I'm coming. I promise. So for my quick action, I'm gonna get my blade blaster out in blaster form.
All right.
And can I at least get to where I can shoot them, or because I'm winded, am I?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can get in the room, like just past Sawyer, just like in the doorway, kind of, and you can see that there's a putty laying face down in front of Goose. Looks like trying to pick itself back up from the floor. There's one standing in front of the couch, engaged with Ash, and there's one to your left in the kitchen, knocking a bunch of pots and pans onto the floor while trying to attack Lily.
Okay. So I think because I have to downshift, my best bet is to shoot the one that is on the ground, trying to get up.
Okay. I do believe, let me double check, because it is considered prone, I do think that ranged attacks against it will have snag. Conditions. Prone. Prone characters are on the ground, while prone ranged attacks against you suffer a snag, but melee attacks have edge. When you fight, so you can make that attack on that one that's laying down, but you will roll with a snag.
What already messed up on that? Alright, so in that case, I will hit the other one that's in the kitchen. Since there's two of them right there, I figured I'll hit the other one.
Got it. Yep, so make your roll. The difficulty is going to be a 10, with you're going to have a downshift 1 on your roll.
Right. 10? Alright.
You got this, buddy.
But I don't have a snag now, right?
Don't have snag. Nope.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh.
Nice.
Good job.
There we go.
Solid roll.
So, go ahead and describe how you take this putty down.
Alright, so as I'm huffing with one hand, I'm looking at the other and just trying to aim for him and kablooey.
All right.
As I got it. Okay.
And
I
now, after that turn, you no longer have the -1, the downshift 1 on your rolls. You've
I feel
recouped a little
better.
bit. That putty goes flying back into the kitchen, slams into all the pots and pans on the floor, and then flashes with a bright flash of yellow energy, and it's just defeated and dispersed. And that's where we're going to end this episode of Power Rangers Jurassic Force.
Thank you.